Latinos Out Loud podcast. Latinos, 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 Latinos. Yeah, that's what this is. Latinos Out Loud. I just want to say welcome to the Latinos Out Loud podcast. I'm your gracious host, Rachel La Loca, here desde Nueva York, New York City. Let's talk about this film. Congratulations. I
Thank you
was
so much.
hoping you were wearing your like priestly collar so I
Yes.
could
Well,
really confess.
this is a little priesty. No, it looks like una sotana. No.
No, it is a little like the color scheme is very priesty.
Right.
It's giving priest, but I don't really feel like I need to confess right now. So thank you for that. Okay, Carlos, first of all, I have to just say we met a really long time ago in a past life when I was working for a little magazine called People en Español. And you helped us out with a ton of stuff, with including a JCPenney fashion show.
I remember
And do you remember? That was
that.
like back in 2007.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really long time where I was
I
just like,
remember because I got like a lot of vouchers also from that. And so all of a sudden I had my closet full of JCPenney stuff because, I was given some vouchers and I'm like, I'm using these.
that's right. I mean, shout out to JCPenney. I grew up taking pictures in their photo studio. Like that was always the
Yeah.
thing. My Jewish father and my like Dominican mother would be like, Vamos a sacar foto en JCPenney's. They always had the S Latinos.
Yeah.
So tell me about Ethan Bloom. I mean, is this the first time you ever played a priest?
Yes, it is. It is the first time. I'm yeah, usually the bad guy now that I got older. The good guy when I was younger, but
Yeah.
I hadn't played a priest.
So are you Catholic in real life?
So I come from a Catholic family, but I'm a little more independent.
I
I'm
love that.
I'm I'm a Christian, no doubt. I have an incredible relationship with God, and but I do the same as you. Little discrepancies or disappointments, let's say that happened, through the years that kind of like, okay, I don't want a title to my Christianity. That's the only
Yeah.
title I need.
Yeah, before I officially converted, I always had fe en Dios. I always had my faith because I am of the belief that there is a higher power. How
Oh,
can we explain all these amazing world wonders and
yeah.
us and your amazing eyes? Like, how can we explain all of
I don't
that? That's a
know.
higher power and genetics, I guess, in your case.
Ponder on it all the time.
Pero I want to know if you tapped into your beliefs or like, how did you become this character? Because priests are priestly,
Yeah.
So what did you think of your childhood? Did you think of the family traditions in your own family? Tell us how you became
I
this
did.
priest.
I mean, I did it all. I've done it. I was an altar boy, en el Colegio San Benito. I went to Perpetuo Socorro, Colegio San Benito, Colegio San Antonio Abad, Sagrado Corazón de Jesús. I
En
went
Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico. I went to like 20,000 different schools. Uh, got kicked out of quite a few.
Ven acá. You were a bad boy?
Oh, pero ¿qué te pasa? Pero ¿cuál es?
Ven acá. Wait,
Ven
before you
acá.
finish telling us.
Amiga, no era un bad boy, era una persona misunderstood.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I've never been a bad boy. I wish I could, I had that on my background so I could claim something cool. I was just muy inquieto. Uh, I'd like to say that I was a little ahead of my time, meaning, I picked up on things, I learned them really quickly, and then I would get bored if someone's explaining it again. So I would get in
Mm.
my own head. That attention deficit, ADHD, I was diagnosed when it didn't exist, when it wasn't like a fashion thing. So I would just get bored. Teachers would tell me this. It's just, you're not a problem. You're not a bad person, but it's just you disrupt because you're bored.
Yeah, so your brilliance might have been getting in the
My
way.
geniusness.
I get it. Did
Yes.
your teachers in all of these Catholic schools in Puerto Rico recognize your talent early on for performing and just were you the class clown.
I was a class clown. But in Puerto Rico, I was just doing. I left. I turned 14 in Miami already, so I left early in Puerto Rico. And yes, some teachers had me as their favorite, but my religion teacher, which was my mom, didn't.
Shout out to Mom Dukes. I love
Yeah,
that.
because I'm the only one that she could actually, hit over the head in class.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
she
that was
bypassed the ruler. She went straight for the chancleta.
that chancleta was the ruler, no, because you can't, some people do it in Puerto Rico, the chancleta. Some teachers do. I've seen it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe they should bring that back. A soft chancleta, not like a chancletazo. Pero
Ok,
I have two
amiga,
boys
esto es
and
genio. Esto es genio lo que acabas vamos a vender
softcleta.
la softcleta, vamos a subirla a esta cosa de telemarketing. What are they called?
We could go on Shark Tank and maybe get some
Este,
funding for it.
yeah, la softcleta.
La softcleta. Fun to wear at home, very comfortable, and
Yeah, and
also
you
for
always
that
have to,
quick
for that quick
chancletazo.
it's not really like, it's
No
like,
es un abuso.
what?
Sí.
You know? Funcionado.
Speaking of Miami, how much fun was it to shoot in Miami, in like your stomping grounds?
It's awesome. Hardly anything, gets done here in Miami.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's a great movie. It really is. It was such a great read that when it was pitched to me, I was like, yes, I absolutely love this. Let's, when do we start? And I'm glad we did it because it's changing people in a good sense. Everybody that has come has had some sort of life experience prior to the movie that they identify with. So, I'm very happy I'm part of this project. It's amazing.
That's lovely. Carlos, I have to give you flowers right now because the Latinos Out Loud podcast is all about elevating, amplifying, and salute to you. Your career has been this, if we're going to be in Jewland right now, this smorgasbord, this like
Oh, you're
sancocho
so good. You're so
of,
Jewish right now.
it just se me sale. I don't even know where it
I've
comes
never.
from.
Is there a big Jewish Dominican community?
There's like three of us, me, my brother, and my sister. And
Right.
but I will say I see people every now and then, like Jew Ricans, Jubins. Once in
Yeah.
a while, I'll see another
There's
Juminican.
Cubans. There's a lot of Cubans. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's again like the best of two worlds. I love pastrami, I love plátanos. I love matzah, I love merengue. So it comes
Matzah's the
out.
soup of the ball.
Matzah is hot right now with Passover coming up. I don't know if
What's
you've
up
seen it
with
in the
that?
stores.
I've seen it everywhere.
It's fresh, booby. Go get a box. Put a smear of butter on it. You're really gonna love the way you look. I guarantee it.
Oh my goodness, this woman.
So I want to give you flowers because your career has been so vast. Telenovelas, music, television, movies. Now you're a priest. Like, I want to know if we could dial back to a young Carlos Ponce.
You
Did you?
want to put that? You'll find a picture of Salvatore, yoga guy, couples retreat, and put it next to the priest, and
That's quite the combination, Senor
it's
Ponce.
quite the opposite roles, right?
Yeah, so let's like dial back on your career real quick. Like, did you see any of this coming? What did you set out to do? And how did that change? Because I know in life we can't always go according to the blueprint. So, what was
Yeah.
your blueprint? And like, where are you now in terms of that blueprint?
I always kind of knew I was going to be in entertainment. I think I blame I guess yeah, what is Carlos Ponce? Who is he? What does he do? Because I am all over the place, and it's part of that attention.
ADHD?
It is part of it.
Yeah.
I get bored quickly. So unless it's something that I absolutely love that I'm doing, but I don't see myself doing one gig for the rest of my life. It's a theater. I trained for theater. That's what I went to school for on a scholarship for musical theater, and I've sabotaged 3 or 4 times that I've that I think that I got like really close to do a Broadway play or something like that because for some reason I think okay I'm gonna do 10 of these and then I want out. You know, it's kind of sad. I'm never gonna be that guy with all the awards. Um, I just get too anxious doing the same thing.
Yeah, thank you for saying that out loud because we talk a lot about anxiety here on this show. I
Yeah,
also suffer from anxiety, imposter syndrome, anything that ends with an OME, I have.
yeah.
Um, and as an actor, I mean, I want to know your selection process. You kind of said that as soon as you read the script, you knew you wanted to do this. Having all of these different buckets and like expertise behind you, what is your selection process?
Again, I don't really have a specific selection process. I go by vibe. I go by people. I trust a lot of people that their work and their career. I've been doing this for 36 years, entertainment, since I
Salute, people, salute. You heard that? 30 years. Ooh, ooh, burr, 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 burr. We can't afford sound effects, so I do them myself. Burr, 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 burr. So
So,
go on.
hosting control, I had the pleasure of having the only entertainment show, MTV type, and the for the U.S. Hispanic market, and I had that show for about 8 years, where everybody had to go to. All the public figures that you know today, they had to go through my show in order to have some representation in the U.S. Hispanic market. So I made big friends right at the beginning of my career, like huge friends and people that I loved and admired. Like Jose went to my house, for a little house
Wow.
party. And this is the guy that my dad would sit there, twice a week to write his checks and listen to. And then Selena, Ricky Martin with his long hair when he was in General Hospital, and everybody you could imagine, went through my show to promote whatever it was that they were doing. Maná, Café
Wow.
Tacuba, todo. So that was my introduction to the
Yeah.
entertainment world. So I've made a lot of friends, and I've seen a lot of careers. So now I can spot things. I go, okay, that's gonna be great. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I don't even need to read the script to know that I'm in. That
Yeah.
happens too.
That's actually insightful. And like, what about being on set? I see that you are representing for Latinos wherever you go. Um, were there any fun moments on set where your Latinidad just came out and shined? Because you're in a cast with not so many Latinos. And like, how did that come through? Did you represent? Did you change any words in the script? Did a wepa come out?
Eba. No, you'd be surprised at things you'd learn. I was when I was doing that couples retreat movie, and this happened to me with a few people, but this one, my boss, the guru in couples retreat, it was Jean Reno. You know, iconic French, actor and whatever, and I probably said that wrong. Jean Reno, Jean Reno. Anyway, from The Professional, and it's just a guy that I admired a lot. And then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, I heard him speak Spanish to Vince Vaughn's,
love
nanny,
that.
and I'm like, John, your Spanish is incredible. It's like really, really good. And then he was like, this, shh, Juan Moreno. So Jean Reno is Juan Moreno, and he's from Spain. He was born in France, and he's, iconic. But all these guys, Robin Williams was fluent in Spanish.
I love that. So this podcast now we have 460 something episodes out there,
That's it.
and that's it.
I
It's
can
only been like 9.5 years, 8 months, 20 days, 16 hours, 4 minutes. Who's counting?
Okay, I just got tired.
That was just an estimate.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. I'm telling you, no, I can't do the same thing for that, and you come here and slap me with those statistics.
Psh, 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 psh.
Yeah.
Pero eso es. This is it. But I do it because of like conversations like this because
I
first
do it
of
for
all,
the mangú.
the mango. I
Yeah.
love that you
Yo
love
quiero mangú
mango.
con la mafta ball. ¿Cómo se llama?
Matzo ball soup.
Matzo balls.
Okay, those are like two of my favorite combinations right there. Matzo
There you
ball
go.
soup and mango. I've
You
never thought
see?
of combining them, but that's
There you go.
genius.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about Latino and Latino representation in Hollywood, and I talk to a bunch of directors and actors and all the great people that are populating the content for us these days. How do you feel we're doing with representation? Do we have a lot of work to do, or do you see these numbers rising? Are we on an upwards trajectory? And if not, what do we need to do? Like, what do we need to do? Because we know we over-index in the movie theaters. However, we're still not seeing ourselves on screen the way that ratio should look. So, what can we do?
That's a question that has a lot of answers, and it's not simple. I think what's happening with us, and it's very evident to me, is that we can't be one community. I don't mean this in a negative way. It's just the way geographically we are set up. You can cater African American. You can cater to the Jewish community. Heck, it's easier to cater to LGBTQ than to Latinos because Latinos are not Latinos. We are Puerto Rican, Mexican, Venezuelan, Argentina, and different culture, different foods, different accents, different ways. I mean, you could say one word that it's different, meaning the exact same word in Spanish, but it's different in every country in Latin America.
See.
Popote, petito. So to cater to us, it's if you we got the Mexican, okay, well you catering to Mexicans, but you're excluding this. It's very hard to enter the pot in the right way.
Mhm.
Um, it's very doable, but we shoot ourselves in the foot all the time when we're talking about cultural appropriation. I'm not necessarily pro that. I think an actor, if he's good and he can play the part and did the best, it doesn't matter if he's playing a Puerto Rican and he's not Puerto Rican. That
Yeah.
that's my humble opinion on that take. So it's kind of hard. I'm optimistic, but I sometimes don't find a place.
Oh, well,
I,
that's
okay, yeah, but you are too light, fair skinned and light eyed to play the Latino. And I go, okay, stereotype,
but
but
we look like that. We come in those
no,
colors too. What the heck?
that's what I'm saying. So it happens to me. Okay, so you can play the American, but you have an accent. Yeah,
Mm.
I'm gonna have an accent, but I'm from Miami and can have the same accent even if I was fully American. I mean, I am fully American, born in Puerto Rico, but now also Puerto Rican. Maybe yes, maybe no.
Carlos, you're doing the work though, and we salute you. And you're carrying such an important torch, and you do it with such class and grace. I've seen your work, and it's just you're like the model. Like, if there's any young Carlos Ponces out there, what would you tell him? What's some words of advice for him right now?
You just persevere. I mean, and if it's your passion, if it's what you want to do, if you're talking specifically about entertainment, but in life, you gotta pick a passion and pursue it and go for it and give your all. It's the
I
only way you're
love
gonna be
that.
happy.
Hello, this has been such an amazing talk with El Señor Carlos
Señorito,
Ponce, Señorito Carlos Ponce, Señor. Ethan Bloom is in select theaters starting on March 13th. Let's go out and support this film. That
it's
means
amazing.
go.
It
Bring
really
your
is.
godmother, your neighbor, your baby daddy, your
La
weed
Tia.
dealer. Bring everybody.
What? That guy too?
Bring him. He wants to see
Okay,
the
come to
film
the
and maybe he
movie
needs.
high. That's not what we wanted. That was not the message. You
No, but he may need a priest in his life,
okay? There
Carlos.
you go.
Okay, Carlitos.
Now,
So,
now we're
yeah.
talking.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and to the LOLeros of Latinos Out Loud. Please keep doing what you're doing. We love to see it, and we're rooting for you.